Hey guys, Dan with TrueNorthMotos. This is another segment of our bike builds that we do. This is a 2021 GasGas EX300. I have about 100 hours on this bike, so we're going to kind of go and do an overview of everything that we took to build this bike, and then also kind of a long-term review on how it's been treating us and holding up to everything. I bought this right when they first came out. KTM and Husqvarna had a baby, and you get linkage and non-PDS bike, and you get an aluminum subframe and get rid of the composite subframe that has kind of a weakness issue, and they break pretty easy. So I wanted to get one of the GasGases and try them out. This bike has a lot done to it, like most of our shop bikes. We'll just kind of dive right into it. Obviously, it has our full lighting kit, so this is just like an XC or a TX model. Did not come with lights. So we have a GasGas EC rear fender and sub fender. It has our lightweight dual sport kit on it, so relayed harness, brake light, tail light, turn signals are all integrated into a Taco Co. tail tidy. This is a moto-minded bracket with an XL80 Baja Designs light with the scheme dimmer. So I got high and low on this thing. Our Euro switch, and then I have a main kill switch as well for the full lighting circuit, so I can turn it off. This was my race bike until I just recently bought my 19 XC. This bike is going to go for sale this week, so if you're interested in a fully dialed in setup bike, let us know. Reach out, but it will be available for sale soon. So yeah, full lighting kit. Also have our speedometer kit that was going to be on the website soon. So KTM, factory speedo, odometer, all the other good functions that come with that. Speedo pickup cable, magnet, and the harness that we make to plug this in right to the bike's existing harness already. Going over, we'll just start at the front of the bike. This is actually an XCW KTM headlight mast to fit the XL80 light on the GasGas. The GasGases have a smaller headlight opening, so you can't run the big light. These go right on, look like they were meant to be on the bike. So good option. That's how we sell a lot of our kits. There's also the Cherubi's VSL headlight that goes right on these as well, that uses a factory GasGas mask. You cannot get the KTM one in GasGas red, so that's why we have a white one in our kits, and then had Fusion do our graphics on this bike, and they provided the red graphics for the front of it. You got Nitro Mousse in the front. It's pretty much my go-to on all of them. In the rear, we are running tubeless with an IRC VE33S. So this is an M59, which is a really good front tire. I like that one a lot. Bulletproof designs, radiator guards, rear disc guard, rear caliper guard, swing arm tab protector guard. You can see how much this is getting use. Break these tabs off, like I always say, new swing arm. So worth the 75 bucks in my opinion. Bulletproof Design stands behind all their products. If you break them, they will usually replace them, no questions asked. So they've never not given me a new part when I've provided my proof of purchase and pictures of what went wrong. So other protection parts on this thing: SXS skid plate, slide plate with the built-in link guard, built aluminum mounts, stays on the bike, great company out of Idaho. SXS beefy mounts and burly shields with our integrated blinkers in the front here. This is an IMS tank. This is the only oversized tank available for this bike when I needed to get a bigger tank on it. One thing to note with the IMS, it has the brass inserts, so they're not plastic screws. Also though, you have to get rid of your stock oil fill and put a different oil fill in here, which requires you to drill a hole in your frame and tap the hole in your frame. Not that big of a deal for a lot of guys, but can be kind of a daunting thing to drill a hole in a brand new bike's frame. So something to think about when you're doing an IMS tank on a TPI bike versus in the Cherubi's tank that clears the stock one. Got the Slavens flange guard. I run flange guards on my two strokes, and I don't run pipe guards, because pipe guards, in my opinion, transfer the energy of the impact to your engine versus denting your pipe. Flange guard protects your engine. It's a more expensive piece to replace versus just blowing your pipe out. We do offer blowing people's pipes out. If you're local to us, we have a Hydro Force and can blow them out. So that's generally how I go with mine. I don't run pipe guards, and I just run a flange guard on all my two-stroke bikes. We have the Takamoto Co. billet oil fill cap. Stock plastic ones tend to seep some oil every once in a while. This gets rid of that issue. Cherbis frame guards that come up higher. Got your grip on the sides for holding the bike with your boots when you're riding, and then covers this part of the frame that wears from your boots while you're riding. So great product for my Cherbis on these. Stock pipe with Enduro Engineering spark arrestor. Like mentioned in the other videos, about every 3 rides I take a torch and I burn out the residue off the screen and the spark arrestor, and that helps your bike keep running really well. Two-stroke performance kit. In my opinion, best option for making your TPI run right, making it so you can ride the bike a gear higher. This bike has the two-stroke performance kit. ECU gets reflash, quick turnaround time from Steve at South Bay Motor Performance. I chose to go with the high compression head on this. Works really well up at elevation and still runs fine on 92 ethanol free down at sea level in the wintertime as well. Suspension wise, rear shock has been revalved by TBT, and then I have the Creft revalve control inserts in the front air forks on this bike with the micro polish on the lowers. Suspension is fantastic. I'm really happy with the setup. The only ones I like better are the cone valves on my 250XC. We have the Enduro Plate, which when we go around and take some pictures of this, you can see how much abuse this one has taken, and it's still taking. My license plate's all beat up, but still holding on. A great product there. Okay, so next part that we pretty much put on all our trail bikes is a fan kit. So since this is an EX, like the XC or the TX bikes, it doesn't have the spot for the relay or the plug under the tank like the XCW or EC bikes to put the OEM KTM fan kit on. KTM OEM fan kit for an XCW or TE or an EC bike, $105. Bracket, fan, this plug is already under your tank. The plug for the relay right here is already back under your seat back here. Plugs right in, your ECU controls the fan. Definitely what I recommend on any of the bikes, like the XCW, TE, or the EC bikes. $105. EX, TX, XC bikes do not have the equipment to run that fan. TrailTech fan kit with the built-in thermostat, and it will come with a little wiring harness to go to your battery. $190. So you can save yourself $85 by running the OEM kit on the other bikes. Just wanted to touch on that real quick for you guys. We usually have both these fan kits in stock. They are not on the website yet, but we kind of save them for bike builds that we do because they've been on back order for a while. So this bike has a TrailTech kit because it's an EX. I set my thermostat to 195 degrees. You want these bikes to get up to operating temperature and run right, so you know that's kind of my recommended setting on the fan kits of where I would put them. Going over the longevity and everything and long-term tests of this bike, the GasGas has been great. I would buy another one in a heartbeat. A couple things you don't get compared to an XC KTM is you get cast clamps instead of billet, but they're a multi-position clamp like the XCWs. So you have 4 different mounting positions for your bar, versus the XC is going to have the rubber mounted one where you only have 2 positions by flipping the lower bar mount right here. So I actually prefer these type of clamps anyways. You don't get an hour meter on the GasGas, but with our Speedo kit that has the hour meter built in already, for $800 less than a KTM, I don't really care about those 2 parts, honestly. I prefer these clamps anyways. Yeah, they're not anodized black, but that's alright. I've had no issues with this bike in 100 hours. We have not done a top end kit. Compression is still good. When I put the TSP high compression head in, cylinder still had all its cross hatching and looked really good. When I sell it, I'm going to offer it to come in with the top end kit, or come with the top end kit, or install it for somebody if they want to do it. But if I was keeping it, I'd probably run it to 130 hours before I even consider doing a top end in the bike. Other than normal maintenance, it's been rock solid, ran great, and I would keep riding it, but I have the 250XC to hold me off till 23 bikes come out, and I got my name on the first 300XC that comes out for 2023. It's going to be a big year for changes from everything I've kind of heard, so we want to make sure all our products fit that bike, and I want to get one of the first ones so we can have them out there for you guys. So thanks for checking it out, guys.